In today's video, it's time to share what my personal 3 altcoin picks are from the Kusama ecosystem. Now, these are Parachains of Kusama, which is the canary ecosystem or experimental ecosystem of Polkadot, and it's undervalued by many by the simple reason that it was only seen as a testing ground and nothing more, which is far from the truth, as this awesome ecosystem is home for the growth of many crypto companies wanting to launch a parachain, also known as a sidechain or a configurable blockchain, while using the tools that the Substrate framework has to offer so that they don't have to start developing one themselves from scratch. Starting with my number 3 pick, it's Shiden Network, which is quite ironic as they're also the 3rd winner of the parachain auctions on Kusama. The canary network of Aster Network, which was previously known as Plasm Network but has decided to rebrand. Now, Shiden Network is a multi-chain dApp hub on Kusama, which will host a variety of dApps wanting to take advantage of the various features that Shiden has to offer when it comes to smart contracts, security, and more. Shiden Network is also powered by the SDN token, which has a variety of utilities, of which one can be found on their official website. Shiden is also powered by the SDN token, which has a variety of utilities which can be found on their official website, shiden.aster.network. Now, one of the reasons I chose Shiden as my number 3 pick is their backers. The 2 projects, the Shiden Network and Aster Network, have received a whopping $2.4 million investment, and it's very rare that Binance don't list a token if they've invested in that project. So we could expect the SDN token to get listed on Binance. Now remember that Kraken Exchange, which has a very good reputation, especially in the United States, is also supporting the Kusama Parachain auctions, which means that Kraken will likely also list the SDN token, followed by KuCoin, OKX, and MEXC Exchange. Now, I have done tutorials of KuCoin and MEXC Exchange, previously known as MXC Exchange, so if you're interested to check those out, they'll pop up on the top right hand corner of the screen, or you can find the links in the description of this video. Now, the tokenomics is the next reason why I like Shiden Network. Only 45 million total supply, with 9,900,000 released in circulation once they distribute the Parachain auction contributions to the people that have helped Shiden bond as a parachain in the crowd loan and auction. Now, for my number 2 pick, I'll go with Moonriver. I really wanted to give this a number 1 because of its backers, but the reason I give it number 2 is because it will have quite a competition when it comes to smart contract solutions, and Shiden themselves are also battling for that spot, and there are sure to be more popping out in the Kusama ecosystem with strong backers as well. So just like Shiden, they'll also very likely get listed on Kraken, who are supporting the Parachain auctions, KuCoin, OKX, and MEXC. Now, what's cool about them is that they've also received funding from Binance Labs. However, it's a heftier fund than Shiden and Aster received. We're talking about $6 million. Now, aside from that, Coinbase Ventures have also invested in Moonriver, and that's something that was new to me until recently. Next, the tokenomics. You know I'm a fan of low supply tokens because they do better in terms of price, and aside from tech and backers, we need to care about supply too. Low supply means more varied price swings, which could be good or bad depending on how you look at it. Now remember that Kusama has done over 650x from its all-time low, and the low supply of just over 8 million coins has helped big time. Moonriver will have 10 million total supply, but not a max supply because there will be that 5% annual inflation to reward validators and stakers. But what's really cool is that only 900,000 tokens will be released in circulation after the Parachain auction distribution is done and transfers are enabled. Surely you have to be excited for that, right? Well, finally, my number 1 pick is Karura Network. It should come as no surprise, of course, right? The canary network of Akala Network. As it stands, Karura is the leading DeFi platform of Kusama, and that's of course because Karura have done nothing but top-notch marketing, building partnerships, and have developed a large part of their platform even way before the Parachain auctions have begun on Kusama. And I've done 2 different tutorials to show you how to use it. Now, Coinbase Ventures have also backed them. Now tell me one other DeFi project on Kusama which has been backed by Coinbase Ventures, right? I doubt there is any other, right? Well, there has been a lot of hype with Karura in the crowd loan, and they've won the very first auction due to this hype, with Coinbase backing them and being a DeFi. Now, the Karura tokenomics are also good, as there will only be 100 million as the total supply with no inflation as of yet, but it doesn't mean that it won't happen in the future when they'll need to self-fund future Parachain slots on Kusama just before the 48-week lease expires. Now, knowing all of this, let's take one last look at the list of backers of all of these three projects. Credits to the Polka Warriors community for tweeting about this information. To recap, Karura are being backed by Coinbase, Parachains Capital, Hypersphere, and a lot more. This should tell you why Karura were the first to win the Parachain auction. Now, Moonriver are backed by two giants, Coinbase Ventures as well as Binance. Now, they don't have as many backers as Karura when you're talking about the overall backers, but the fact that both Coinbase and Binance are backing them, that gives them plenty of funds and trust for us retail investors when we do our research on a project. And finally, Shiden Network, who are backed by Binance as well, as an odd one which we don't see in the other two, which is OKX Blockstream Ventures, part of the OKX Exchange Fund, which are of course also supporting the Parachain auctions on Kusama as well. Well, that's been it from today's video. I'd like to thank you very much for watching. Now I ask you, what are your top 3 favorite projects who want to become Parachains on Kusama? Drop me a comment below and let me know. Thank you.